I don't know what he means by being offensive. Me. He's not a scholar because he does not have scholarly training, he does not have scholarly credentials, and never publishes any works of scholarship. My aversion to him is simply rooted in the fact that he does not seem to be a nice guy. I have no problem with him being a committed Christian believer, but when someone is that offensive, I tend to take offense. Now, I don't know what he means by being offensive. The fact of the matter is that I attempted to be kind to him when we debated. He was treated with perfect fairness. The debate was completely on time. It was exactly what he was told it was going to be. He was paid well for being there. And why he would say I'm offensive, I guess it's because I stood toe-to-toe with him. Again, there was nothing. We did not have any interaction after the debate. I did not see him. He left. He didn't. I gave him a tie. What he says I'm offensive about, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Given that and what he says elsewhere, I think he finds it offensive when anyone actually believes what he used to believe. Because remember, he's an apostate. And it's interesting, when he posted years later, I'm not sure what the date on this was. Let's take a look at it. When it was announced that Bart Ehrman has a new anti-Christian book coming out, and I wish people would just be honest. I wish Bart Ehrman would be honest. He makes his money by attacking the Christian faith. He says he does not, but it's very clear and obvious that he does. I don't know what he means by being offensive. And again, I personally have a real hard time with the level of arrogance that Bart Ehrman displays when he pretends to be an exegete or an expert in these things when there's no particular reason to think that he is. He believes his own press way too much, way too much. And why he would say I'm offensive, I guess it's because I stood toe-to-toe with him. In this book. It is a strongly anti-Christian book. Remember, Dr. Ehrman is an apostate. He once believed in Christianity, or says he did, and now rejects Christianity. And so he has a deep bias in regards to this particular issue. So I think a fair reading of the text raises all sorts of reasons to not believe what Bart Ehrman has to say, and to say, why are you being so selective in your use of material? Where is this bias coming from? Might it be a prejudice that comes from something in someone's background? A crusade that they're on, perhaps? Maybe? I don't know what he means by being offensive.
And so he didn't strike me as an overly happy agnostic, to be perfectly honest with you. He struck me as a somewhat miserable agnostic in the sense that I didn't sense any, tremendous joy in Dr. Ehrman.
Let's take a look at it, and let's see what actually is going on here. And why he would say I'm offensive, I guess it's because I stood toe-to-toe with him. But he's gone. He calls himself a happy agnostic. I'm sorry, I've met Bart Ehrman. That's not really happiness, okay? He's sort of a semi-miserable agnostic, I think, if that's a category to put things in. But I'm certain that his royalty checks make him a somewhat happy agnostic, because he's certainly pulling it in. Let's take a look at it, and let's see what actually is going on here. I don't know what he means by being offensive.